The shuttle door opened with a loud metallic hiss, and a tall, muscular human stepped out into the bright purple sunlight of planet Valira. His name was Rex Dalton, and everyone back on Earth called him Human Buff, mostly because he was built like a walking wall. Even in bulky travel armor, the outline of his broad shoulders and heavy arms made him look like someone carved from stone. He looked around slowly, taking in the alien world with curiosity. The air smelled faintly sweet, the ground had a soft blue glow, and the sky was filled with drifting silver clouds that shimmered like metal dust. It was beautiful in a strange, otherworldly way. Rex blinked and rubbed the back of his neck. "This place is way too pretty," he muttered. He had signed up for a military exchange program, something about learning alien cultures and sharing human strength techniques. But the information he had received was vague. The mission description had said only one thing clearly. "You have been selected for a unique role in the village of Lura." Rex had no idea what that meant, but he assumed it would involve training warriors, protecting territory, or fighting giant alien beasts. That was what he was good at. That was what his muscles were built for. He took one step forward and then froze. An entire crowd of aliens stood waiting for him. They looked humanoid but taller, with graceful limbs and glowing markings on their skin. Their eyes were bright and colorful, and their clothing was woven from shimmering fabrics that shifted like water when they moved. They appeared elegant, calm, and surprisingly welcoming. At the front of the crowd was a woman with deep blue skin and long silver hair that floated behind her like silk in the wind. She stepped forward with a soft smile. "Welcome, Rex Dalton of Earth. I am Lisa, the chief of Lura Village." Rex nodded awkwardly. Hi. Nice to meet you. Did you all wait for me?" "We have awaited you for many rotations," Lisa said warmly. "Your arrival marks the beginning of a very important duty." Rex raised an eyebrow. "Duty? So, I'm here for a mission, right? A military assignment?" The villagers exchanged quiet smiles. Some whispered to each other. Lisa simply tilted her head. "We will explain soon. First, you must meet the village." She gestured for him to follow. Rex sighed, adjusted the strap of his gear bag, and walked with the group. As they entered the village, he couldn't help but stare. The homes were made of crystal-like stone that glowed softly at night. Plants hovered in the air like floating lanterns. Small creatures darted between the buildings with playful chirps. Everywhere he looked, the villagers watched him with curious eyes. Some looked impressed, others seemed amused. A few looked relieved, as if his arrival solved a big problem. Rex scratched his head. What kind of job did they assign me? Lisa guided him through the main walkway, explaining small things about their culture. The Lurians were peaceful, intelligent, and advanced in energy-based technology. They admired physical strength, but they rarely fought. This made Rex even more confused. If they didn't fight, why bring him? Finally, they arrived at a large round building with shimmering curtains. Lisa stepped inside, and Rex followed. The room was filled with glowing symbols and floating crystal panels. In the center, an elderly Lurian man sat cross-legged on a raised platform. His markings glowed brighter than anyone else's. "This is Elder Soren," Lisa introduced. "He will tell you why you are here." Soren opened his eyes slowly, studying Rex with deep interest. "Ah, the human buff," the elder said. "The one chosen for the great role." Rex nodded respectfully. "Sir, can you please explain what this role is? Everyone keeps saying I'm here for something important, but nobody tells me what exactly." Soren smiled gently. "Patience, Rex. You will understand soon. For now you must learn the history of our village." Rex suppressed a sigh. He was more of a do first, understand later kind of guy, but he forced himself to listen. Soren raised a hand, and the floating crystals around them lit up. They projected glowing images in the air, images of tall alien figures fighting strange shadow-like creatures, images of villages burning, images of Lurian leaders standing together with worry. Our village once thrived without fear, Soren explained. But then came the nightfall beasts, creatures that drain energy and destroy life. They cannot be stopped by our technology. They cannot be harmed by our energy weapons. Rex frowned. So, you needed a warrior? Soren shook his head. No. Many warriors have tried. None could stand against the beast's power. But we discovered something unusual. He waved his hand, and the crystals projected the image of a human soldier from Earth, running fast, lifting heavy objects, enduring extreme environments. Humans, Soren said quietly, have an inner strength we do not possess, a biological force that the beasts cannot drain. Rex blinked. Wait, you mean the beasts can't steal my energy? Correct, Soren said. Your species is resistant. Your strength, your physical power is unchanged in their presence. Rex crossed his arms slowly. So, you brought me here to fight monsters? Soren shook his head again. No, Rex. Fighting them blindly is not the way. You are here because only a human can perform the anchor ritual. It is a duty our village has long prepared for. Rex stared. What's the anchor ritual? Lisa stepped forward with a calming voice. It is a sacred responsibility. A task that links our village's energy shield to a stable physical force. Rex nodded. Okay, and I'm the stable force? You are the anchor, she confirmed. Rex tried not to look confused, but he failed. So what do I actually do? Soren gave a small, mysterious smile. You will learn tomorrow. For now, you must rest. Your body needs to adjust to our world's energy. Rex sighed again. Look, I appreciate the welcome, but I'd like to know what I'm actually doing here. Everyone keeps talking around it and it's getting weird. Lisa looked thoughtful. It is difficult to explain in words. When you see it, you will understand. But do not worry. Your duty is important, but not dangerous. You will not be harmed. That made Rex slightly relieved, though still confused. He followed Lisa out of the building, walking back toward the small house they prepared for him. The village glowed gently in the evening light, and peaceful music echoed from distant instruments. As he settled inside, Rex lay on the soft bed and stared at the ceiling. What kind of job did I sign up for? He muttered. Outside, the villagers spoke quietly, preparing for the next day, and far away in the dark forest, the nightfall beasts stirred. The next morning, soft golden light filled Rex Dalton's room. The window curtains fluttered gently as a warm breeze drifted in, carrying the scent of sweet alien flowers. Rex opened his eyes slowly. For a moment, he forgot he was on another planet. But then he sat up, stretched his massive arms, and remembered everything. The village, the glowing buildings, the strange welcome, and of course, the mysterious anchor ritual everyone kept talking about. Rex rubbed his face. Hope today finally makes sense, he muttered. A gentle knock sounded at the door. Rex Dalton? A voice called. It was Lisa. Rex stood, still groggy, and opened the door. Lisa smiled politely and gestured toward the village center. Good morning, Rex. Today you will begin your introduction to the anchor ritual. Finally, Rex said under his breath. Lisa heard him and chuckled softly. You are very direct. Humans truly speak their minds. Only when everyone else is being mysterious, Rex replied. She led him through the waking village. Lurian families were beginning their daily work. Children with glowing markings chased floating toys. Vendors opened their stalls, placing colorful fruits and shimmering items on display. Many villagers stopped to greet Rex politely. He nodded back, but his mind was fixed on one question. What is this job? Lisa guided him into the same round building from yesterday, where Elder Soren awaited them. The elderly Lurian stood beside a large crystal slab and bowed slightly. "Rex," Soren said warmly, "today we will show you your purpose here. But first you must understand why the duty exists." Rex sighed. "I'm trying to understand, I really am." "You will," Soren assured him. The elder placed his palm on the center crystal. Instantly, glowing lines spread through the floor. The entire room brightened. Then the crystals projected images again. Images of dark forests, swirling shadows, and monstrous shapes moving through the night. "These are the nightfall beasts," Soren said. "They rise from the core of our planet. Their bodies are made of pure negative energy. They drain life, warmth, and mental strength from anyone near them." "And your people can't fight them?" Rex asked. "We can repel them with our village shield," Soren answered. "But the shield requires an anchor, a stable physical source, someone strong enough to hold the energy flow in balance." Lisa added, "Our bodies are too light. Our energy changes with emotion. But humans are steady, grounded, resistant." Rex crossed his arms. "Okay, that part I get. But what does the ritual actually make me do? Stand somewhere and flex?" Soren laughed lightly. "Not quite. Come, we will show you." They guided Rex through a narrow hallway that opened into a massive underground chamber. The walls glowed with a soft blue light. In the center of the room was a huge circular platform marked with swirling symbols. Dozens of crystal pillars surrounded it. Rex's eyes widened. "This looks intense." "It is not harmful," Lisa assured him, "but it does require your full strength." Soren gestured toward the platform. "Step onto the center circle." Rex hesitated, then moved forward and stood on the platform. Nothing happened, at first. Then the floor symbols lit up. The crystal pillars hummed. Rex felt a vibration beneath his feet. "What's it doing?" he asked. "The system is reading you," Soren replied. "It is measuring your physical and mental stability." Rex blinked. Does it hurt?" "No," Lisa said. "But you may feel pressure." Rex rolled his shoulders. "Pressure I can handle." The symbols brightened further. The humming grew louder. And then, energy surged up from the floor, wrapping around Rex like a warm wind. He stiffened, surprised. But the sensation wasn't painful. It felt like a powerful current flowing across his skin. The crystals projected new images around him, images of Laura Village with a massive energy dome above it. "That is your job," Soren said gently. "You are the living anchor. Your body will channel the stabilizing force that keeps our shield from collapsing." Rex frowned. "So, I just stand here?" "Not exactly," Lisa said. "The ritual is performed at night when the beasts rise. Your presence on this platform activates and strengthens the shield. Your strength keeps the energy from breaking." Rex let out a long breath. "So I'm like a living battery?" "More like a pillar," Soren corrected. "A pillar that keeps the entire village safe." Rex nodded slowly. "That actually sounds kind of important." "It is," Lisa said with a proud smile. "Only you can do this." The energy around Rex faded gently. The platform dimmed and the humming stopped. Rex stepped off the circle, still processing everything. "So, every night I stand here and keep the shield up?" he asked. "Yes," Soren said. "The ritual lasts only 1 hour. After that, you are free to rest and live among our people." Rex scratched his chin. "That's not so bad, actually. Kind of peaceful compared to fighting monsters." Soren nodded. "We want you to live comfortably here. You will be part of our community." Lisa added softly, "Your job may seem simple, Rex, but you will learn it is far more meaningful than you imagine." Rex looked at her. "What do you mean?" "We will explain after your first ritual tonight," she said. Rex sighed again. This village was full of half-answers. But at least he knew something now. He had a purpose. As they exited the chamber, a group of Lurian villagers waited outside. Some clapped, others bowed. A few smiled widely. "You will protect us," one of them said gratefully. "You are the chosen anchor," another whispered. Rex blinked, uncomfortable with the praise. Humans didn't usually get cheered for standing still, but he didn't want to disappoint them. These people clearly depended on him. Hours passed quickly. Rex explored the village with Lisa guiding him. She showed him how Lurian fruit changed color when ripe, how their water floated in tiny spheres above lakes, and how their trees hummed soft melodies when touched. Everything felt magical and calming. But as sunset approached, the atmosphere changed. The villagers grew quiet. They lit bright blue lanterns around the streets. They gathered their children inside homes. Even the air felt heavier. Night was coming, and with it, the beasts. Lisa found Rex near the crystal garden. "It's time," she said softly. Rex nodded, steeling himself. "Let's do it." They walked to the underground chamber again. This time, dozens of villagers gathered in silence. Elder Soren stood at the entrance, holding a glowing staff. "The ritual begins," Soren announced. Rex stepped onto the platform once more. The moment he did, the symbols ignited with blinding brilliance. The crystal pillars roared to life. A deep hum filled the air. The shield activated. Rex gritted his teeth, feeling the pressure increase. The energy was heavier than before, thick, powerful, almost like invisible hands pushing down on him. His muscles strained, his heartbeat quickened. But he held firm. Outside the village, the nightfall beasts emerged from the forest. Their shadows writhed and twisted. Their glowing red eyes stared toward the village with hunger. They approached. The pressure on Rex increased even more. Soren raised his staff. "Hold strong, Rex Dalton! You are the anchor!" Rex planted his feet and clenched every muscle. "I'm trying!" The shield pulsed around the village, pushing the beasts back. The shadows hissed and recoiled. The more they pressed forward, the more the platform demanded from Rex. But he didn't yield. He pushed back. He braced himself like a mountain. Minutes felt like hours. His breath grew heavy. Sweat rolled down his face. But he never took a step back. Finally, the energy softened. The humming faded. The shield stabilized. The beasts retreated, and the ritual ended. Rex collapsed to one knee, panting hard. Lisa rushed to him, helping him stand. "You did it," she whispered. "You protected us." The villagers cheered, soft at first, then louder and louder. Rex tried to speak, but could only breathe heavily. Soren approached with a proud smile. "Tonight you proved that humans hold a strength we have always admired." Rex looked at them, surprised by how emotional the moment felt. He had a job, a real purpose, a village counting on him. But deep inside, he still felt a question rising. If this is only the beginning, what bigger secret are they hiding?